What's up everyone? Today I'm down at Dave Edwards Toyota getting to check out the 2018 Toyota CHR. Huge thanks to them for providing this vehicle for today's video. Definitely check out their website in the description below. And the model that we're looking at today is the XLE, finished off in magnetic gray. It has a base price of $22,500, and with options this one's listed just over $23,000. Under the hood is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and this is only paired to the CVT transmission. It puts out 144 horsepower at 6,100 RPM and 139 pound-feet of torque at 3,900 RPM. It's only front-wheel drive, weighs about 3,300 pounds. 0 to 60 is just over 10 seconds with a top speed of 105. There are 6 other colors available along with the special R code, which gives the car a white roof, white mirrors, and white A-pillars. And the estimated MPG for this car is 29 city and 31 highway. That's running off a 13.2 gallon fuel tank. Standard safety features on this compact SUV include the Toyota Safety Sense Driver Assistance Package, which provides a camera and radar system to automatically brake before a collision. It offers lane drifting assist, adaptive cruise control, auto lockout for the touchscreen, blind spot monitoring, hill start assist, and this vehicle is also equipped with 10 airbags. Starting in the front, we have LED daytime running lights with projector beam headlights. They're very wide and angle inwards. They also extend around the front quarter panel as well. You also have 2 horizontal grills below the center logo. As I mentioned, the headlights wrap around to the front quarter panel above the extended front fenders. The rear fenders have also been extended to give the car a much wider appearance. It comes standard with 18-inch wheels and disc brakes in all 4 corners. There's also a deep contour line that swoops up the rear fender to meet the down curving roofline, which also gives the car a much higher off the ground appearance. And finishing off in the rear with this slotted spoiler which hangs over the hatch, you have a second one just below the glass, 3D taillights which protrude from the vehicle, and the rear bumper tapers upwards, giving the rear an hourglass looking shape when viewed from behind. The overall wheelbase on this car measures 103.9 inches. It has a length of 171.2. The width is 70.7 inches, and it has a height of 61.6 inches. And now with the key, we'll go ahead and take a look at the interior. If you get the XLE Premium, that will give you the power folding mirror option. We go ahead and open up the door. On the door panel, you get embossed carbon fiber above the armrest and below the armrest, giving it a really cool look. You have nice leather on the armrest. All the windows are automatic up and down. You have your side mirror switch, your interior release, some storage space down below, and 1 speaker. The seats in this car are cloth. They do have some nice bolsters to them as well. They are manual adjusting forward and rear. Once inside, you're greeted by a very nice leather-wrapped steering wheel. On the right side, you have some driver assist modes to control. On the left side is all your Bluetooth and radio controls. On the left side, you have a headlight switch. You have your gas cap release, your brightness for the gauges, an air vent, some nice leather up top. Looking at the center gauges, you have your tach on the left with your speedometer on the right side. In the center is your digital display. You can go through a lot of different driving modes, vehicle settings. You have a setup button here. We'll go back to drive mode. This is where you can go between sport, normal, and eco. And again, sport mode will give you that 7-speed feeling with the CVT transmission, normal mode, and then eco again for fuel efficiency. Coming along the center is your 7-inch touchscreen display. You have a few modes that you can go through there. You have 2 air vents, and then your dual climate control buttons. All of these either flip up or down to control your fan speed and where the air goes. Feel very solid. So you have your automatic, your front and rear defroster, the off button for the fan speed, a few other buttons on the right side as well for your AC and recirc. Down below we have a little bit of storage space and then a USB port, a very deep cup holder, And you have the nice leather wrap shift knob. When you put the car into reverse, the backup camera actually pops up on your rear view mirror. And then even though this does have a CVT transmission, you can put it into sport mode, which will simulate driving a 7-speed gearbox. So that's kind of cool to be able to experience that. Put it back into park there. You have your electronic parking brake. You can turn on and off traction control. This center button actually activates the hill start assist, so you can shut that on and off. You have another cup holder behind that. Pretty deep center console with another 12 volt. We'll go ahead and take a look at the glove box storage. So you have a good amount of room down there. And then one last look at this interior. This is a 5-seater, so we'll get to the rear seats in a second here. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the rear seating, and as you can tell, the door handle is now up on the top of the door, so we're just going to pull on that. The door panel gets the same embossed carbon fiber look. That looks really cool. You have some storage space, a cup holder, your window control, and a speaker as well. Again, this is a 5-seater, so we'll go ahead and hop in real quick. So I do have the front driver's seat positioned as if I were sitting there, and I'm 5'10" for your reference at home. I have plenty of leg room. The floor actually dips down some. Even though my knees are slightly touching, I do have plenty of room. Headroom is really good in this car too. I have about 4 fingers above my head in the rear, and in the front it actually goes up. So you have plenty of headroom up front, plenty of headroom in the rear. And before we get to the rear space, these seats have a 60-40 split on them, so they do fold completely flat, which gives you a lot more cargo room. You have a little tonneau cover there that you can take on and off. Before we head to the rear trunk space, we'll just go ahead and pop the gas cap. You'll see that's on the driver's side here. Now we can take a look at the rear storage space. So that tonneau cover will go up with the gate. You have a little bit of room on the left side, some more on the right. So you have a good amount of room back here, even if the seats were up. But again, with the seats down, you can easily fit a lot of things through here. Again, the tonneau cover is removable if you have some larger items. So this car has about 84 cubic feet of passenger space. You have 19 cubic feet of cargo space with the seats up, and with the seats down, it's about 34 cubic feet of space. All right, so now we're gonna go for a quick test drive in the new CHR. Go ahead and start it up. So since this is a brand new vehicle, obviously I won't be going on too much of a test drive, but at least enough to be able to share with you guys how this car performs and how I think it drives. I'd like to start off with its performance and handling. Now, while this is not geared towards being a sports car, it's not trying to compete in that category, I did find that Toyota had the suspension done, or performance testing done, on the Nürburgring, which is very cool. That's a very famous track. So you know that this car has the handling and performance aspects to be able to go around turns, you know, not too quickly, but enough to not have too much body roll. So let's take this turn here. Of course, you're going to feel it more than being in a sports car, but that took that turn very planted for a compact SUV. So again, while it's not trying to compete in the sports car category, it's definitely on par with its handling and performance out on the roads. Now we'll move on to the visibility. Looking forward out of this SUV, you would expect to see a great view, no blind spots. And that's the case. You almost have a 360-degree view just in the front section here. The way that the windshield is raked just gives you perfect visibility. You have, of course, your windows on the side. You also have a smaller window right behind the A-pillar, so that gives you a little bit more of a side direction visibility to look at. Looking out of your rear view mirror, of course, you have plenty of visibility out of that rear glass. And looking over your right shoulder, there's not too much of a blind spot there. Looking over your left shoulder, you can easily see out of that rear glass. So now I will move on to the driver position. So in this compact SUV, I don't feel like I'm too high. I don't feel like I'm sitting upright, which is good. I don't like to be higher than the car is, if that makes sense. So it's a nice, comfortable position for this high-riding coupe, or the coupe high rider. So it's definitely comfortable. The steering wheel is in a comfortable spot as well. Your shifter is easily accessible here. The touch screen is not out of reach, and you have plenty of room underneath your feet where the pedals are. So everything just feels comfortable. I like the visibility again. The windshield is very upright. It's almost like the Toyota 4Runner, which I do like. It just gives you so much visibility out of the front, which again I like. All of your buttons again on the steering wheel within reach, not too confusing or anything like that. So overall driving position, very comfortable. It's a nice SUV to be in. And while I'm not cruising at a highway speed, just going around these roads here, there's very little road noise. Everything feels super solid. I can barely hear the tires, which is very cool. Again, I'm going about 25-30 miles an hour. And then as far as the brakes go, they definitely bring you to a stop. So I can definitely see this car being a great daily driver. It has all the safety technology features that you would want, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Very comfortable to drive, it's affordable, great visibility, great storage space. This is a 5-seater again. You have plenty of room behind those seats, so if you had them up, easily fit whatever you would like in the back there. So overall, I do like driving this vehicle, and they do have the XLE Premium model also available, which will give you a little more standard features as well. And now we'll take one last look from the passenger side. So we have a nice combination of leather and cloth in this interior. Looks very premium still. You have leather on the shift knob, nice center console design, manual adjusting seats for both front seats. And we'll go ahead and grab this uniquely shaped door handle in the rear. Again, that's a cool design to see. You can see the rakeness where the rear line comes up and meets the roof. Very sharp point. Again, another look at the rear seating and the visibility out of the rear. We'll go ahead and fold down both seats so you can see how flat they lay. And of course you can move this so you'd have much more room. So compared to other cars in this category like the Nissan Juke, the Kia Soul, and the Honda HR-V, the all-new CHR has a much different look with aggressive lines and an affordable price that is geared towards younger people with all the latest technologies to keep you safe behind the wheel. I hope you all enjoyed that walk-around review and quick test drive of the all-new 2018 Toyota CHR. Huge thanks again to Dave Edwards Toyota for providing this vehicle for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for plenty more content on the way. I'll see you all next video.